I'm on slum, I gotta give it a go, yeah. I gotta grind, working for money in the door, yeah. Stop wasting time, you wasting your time, bro.
Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here with
Jello juice.
I'll let y'all know what it is.
and me, Isha. Our first topic is Finnish culture, and I have a few questions for the guys because they've been different amount of times in Finland.
I know, but don't ask me nothing about Finland.
Okay, well, the newest one and the one leaving soon. I had a question about what shocks did you have?
Shocks.
Wait, which month did you come here?
I came in May.
That's a good month.
Yeah. So shocks. I mean, initially, I haven't really had no initial shocks because I've traveled quite a bit, so it was just different. But then after, like, I guess being here like a week or two, right away, well, obviously coming into Finland, I came through Helsinki, but I came to Vasa pretty straight away. So one of my biggest shocks, especially what was different for me from back home, like how the city is so quiet from like Monday. And bear in mind, now I know it's different because, you know, the students are coming back for university. But when I came, Monday to like Thursday, the town was just super dead, super quiet. Yeah. And it was like Friday and Saturday, someone just sparked some life around you. Yeah. And literally everybody outside. And it was even more bizarre for me to see like the city go from so quiet to Friday, Saturday. It's like people party just 2 days straight. Yeah. And then Sunday they go back to sleep. They go back into their little, what do bears do? Hibernation. Yeah. They hibernate for the week, and then Friday everybody pop out alive. So that was a big shock for me. What else?
What about the people? What do you think?
Okay, so people, I'm gonna be honest. Now getting to know people, I think I have a bit of a different opinion. But originally, I did not like Finnish people, and the reason why, just average. Like, I'm from a place where I'm from a small island, like about the same size as Vasa, but we have a lot of people. And then we raise different. So you see someone walking on the street, it'd be like, good morning, good afternoon, good night. And it's just, for us, it's just manners. Here, people they just walk past you straight.
Yeah. And it seemed like they initially trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I got to touch you and say, no, I'm in a good spirit. I want to make sure I say hi to this person. And this person just like turning.
No, but even worse, like, me being me, I still come over here with the same tradition. I see somebody, now I know it's different, like y'all, now I know moi, hey moi, like I just say to people now, they kind of say it back, but I would be walking the street, good morning, good afternoon, just even mumbling whatever to people, and people just, they look at you stupid and they just keep it moving.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Because like I say, obviously cultural, you asked me what's my cultural shock, so cultural difference.
Yeah, that's true.
So what's the rules on when you can say hello to people? Is it only your neighbors?
Just people.
It shouldn't be no rules, because if you have manners, like I say, you know what, a big thing what we say back home, when you like, let's say, walking in the street, you see someone, let's say I see y'all two walking on the street, and I just pull up to y'all group. I just pull up on y'all because I know y'all, and I just start talking. Yeah. It's rude to not greet you first, like, hey, what's up, good afternoon.
But you know us, but you shouldn't be greeting people just because they're walking by.
Yeah, but back home people just say we call it manners and respect.
Well,
so I'm going to say the culture here lacks a little bit of manners and respect.
We already started.
100% manners. 100% manners.
We already started on a negative note.
That's not negative. It's
something they can learn from.
It's something you can learn.
They see this and they should learn from it.
Why is it a negative?
No.
Because you see, okay, look at the stand you already take. Why would you come here doing that? I come here doing that because...
No, of course you come here with your own culture, but then you realize how people act here. Wouldn't you just act accordingly?
Hell no, because I don't think that's a good way of living.
But
what?
You came to Finland, so obviously you would act Finnish.
I don't have to act Finnish. What you're saying is pretty much when in Rome, do what the Romans do. But I don't have to come to Finland and act Finnish. I can teach you a new way of living that could be better. You know how miserably I learned that these people is here? You don't know how much longer or how long. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Good morning, ma'am. It might brighten somebody's day.
That's a really nice man.
People might be.
He's not from Finland.
People might be less fucking miserable.
No, the most respective thing here is leave people alone. They like their privacy. They like not to be talked to. Small talk is painful for people, so that's the best thing you could do.
But what if they think it's painful because they're just not used to it?
No, it's just they don't like talking.
But then when you get to know people, people don't shut up. So how you can say people don't like talking, don't like small talk?
Most Finnish people when they're talkative, they're drunk.
That's another thing. I was
you know,
Yeah,
too.
but
yeah.
you know-
Where have you met these people?
But you know what I say back home? You know what we say back home?
What?
A drunk mind speaks. Drunk mind speaks a sober tongue.
Okay, but you can't just you
So,
can't be drunk always.
The idea behind a drunk mind speaks a sober tongue is that you kind of act more the way you would want to act when you're drunk because you have that liquid courage. So you're more yourself. You're more loose. You're more open, and so from you saying people act this way when they're drunk, I believe they want to be that way. They just whether it's they lack confidence, they lack in something. Because then you drink liquor and then your whole persona changes. Then what does that mean?
I don't know, man. But that's the way of the land. You just.
You know, I have
Stick
something
with
I have to comment on. I have a few things I wanted to jump in and say. But one, I don't think that it's a top behavior. I think it's a top behavior in Finnish people because I've been around, you know,
or maybe
young
something
kids.
that's passively learned. Like it ain't something you tell them, hey, this is how you should live.
For sure, 100%. They just see other people doing it, so they do it. Oh no, this is the Finnish way.
Yeah.
And sometimes you program people like, no, this is what we do here. This is what we do here. You know, you
that's what I'm trying to tell them.
Because
no,
because this is what I want to say.
It's the culture.
No,
You can't
but-
say fuck culture.
No, but I mean, sometimes there's good things about culture. Sometimes there's bad.
but
things.
you don't believe cultures could change for the better?
That's subjective.
Yeah,
What do you mean better?
Let me finish.
Some people
what I want to say,
value.
though.
Yeah.
You know, like I seen this in like elementary kids here.
Mm-hmm.
They're very energetic. They talk to people like, "Hey, sir, who you are?"
And
Middle
then-
school, they same way.
And then
a
you
little bit
grow
in
up
high
in
school.
Finnish culture and you can be miserable.
Then it's some point that clicks between high school or when they're in university where they just act like this Finnish person that you just described.
I'm gonna just call it the misery. The misery.
So it's like, when did this connection happen for some of these people? I understand some people shy, you know, but not everybody's shy. Not everybody's shy.
The misery sets in.
Okay. You've been here.
Yes.
What? 4 years.
I would say I've been around Finnish culture like 5 years
Okay.
or so. 4
I
or 5
had a
years.
question for you
He
about.
about to be finished.
Moi.
Okay. No, I had a question about how well do you think you've adapted into the culture?
When you get around something, you know how to move around. You know, like, who to speak to, who not to speak to. I'm not going to go out of my way to try to be super nice to somebody, you know. But just the system and just how people go about things, I feel like you naturally just adapt. Kind of how, like, those people who I just described, those elementary and middle school and high school kids, at some point they just adapt into the Finnish way. You know, I feel like when you're around it, you just do that. But naturally, I'm getting older. I'm more mature. I'm not trying to make too many friends in that area. But
No new friends.
but if you can give me like something else, like to adapt to what particular moment, you know.
Like the lifestyle, I guess.
Are you trying to recruit Finnish people right now?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean
How
recruit?
straight is my question? I see you trying to recruit because, like I said, you going with this approach. Like when you come to Finland, you should act Finnish. So I'm saying, are you trying to recruit
I'm
for
saying
Finland
if you're
right now?
shocked, then to be less shocked, you should probably act Finnish.
Yeah, but there was a lot of shocks. And then okay, back to the whole Finnish. You say, brother, but we talking about them not liking to talk. Simple as okay, let's use drinking. You say when people drink, they're more talkative, whatever. But they also a little bit more stupid too. So in the bar, and I've seen this over and over and over and over. And this is something that I had to adapt to because back home, if you're walking in the bar, even if it's crowded, again, manners is, so let's say we're in a crowded space. I'm trying to get by you. I would tap you or, hey, I'm trying to get by. Can I get by? Here, in Finnish culture, they just brush you. Whoa. And no looking back. No, they just, it's just so shoulder bump, step on your feet. Back home, you know how many fights that stuff would cost?
Oh yeah, stealing somebody's shoes.
You could call our culture ignorant if you want to, but like I say,
No.
it's manners and respect. If I'm in a space and you want to get by me to get to somewhere else, and it's crowded, you see I can't go nowhere else, let's have some form of communication that you let me know you're trying to get by, and I will try to accommodate you however I can. But if you just brush through me, and that's disrespectful, you know how much people I see just pull you back and just, hey, you stepping on my shoe. But here it's so normal.
I'm not justifying it, but when people
but in
drink,
Finland.
no, but when people are drunk, they act stupid, not just Finnish.
But I beg to differ because I'm from a place where people.
Are you saying you're on your best behavior when you're drunk?
I never said I was on my best behavior when I was drunk. I think I could recall times where I've been drunk and I've been on my best behavior. So maybe it depends on what I drink or the mood I in when I drink
your
it.
way of judgment making decisions is hindered. So
Ever so slightly, yes.
Very much so.
I wouldn't say very much so. I think it depends on how much you drink, first of all.
When we talk about drunk?
I think but I think tolerance have a lot something to do with that, because you could be physically impaired, but you could still have a sound mind drunk. I think.
I don't know.
Not a sound mind. Actually, let me take it back. Not a sound mind, but I think, like I say, your judgment might be slightly altered. But I think depending on your experience or your experience with alcohol, you probably can make better decisions than someone who don't have the experience.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump in really quick though. On the culture, I think that the culture here in Vasa is different than the culture in other cities in Finland.
Yeah, of course.
Because I think in Helsinki, people are more approachable. They seem a little bit more open to have conversation.
Yeah,
you know?
There's also much like younger people there, so they have different views than older people. There's a lot of like old people in Vasa.
Yeah, and people come from different parts.
So are you gonna just sit here all day and make excuses when we bring up stuff for why Finland is the way it is?
Yes, I'm very patriotic.
Do you think that Finnish culture is good?
I like Finnish culture.
You could be patriotic, but you still could recognize ways and areas in which the culture can evolve.
Of course, but...
So if I say something and you think it's negative, instead of just being offended
and trying to get me to... It is negative.
But constructive criticism is real. So I could criticize it.
Calling someone's culture as disrespectful and they don't have manners, that's not very... constructive.
But it's some truth to it, though. It's some truth to it.
But let me bring...
And I want to get into the manners.
Let's bring the construction into it. So I say there's lack of manners, there's lack of respect. So in that same aspect, I said in ways that we could address the manners and respect. And let's use the club thing I was talking about. Like I say, if I'm in a space and you need to get past me to get to another space, there's a form of communication that can or should happen that makes me aware that you're trying to get to this space, and then I can accommodate you. But if you just brush through me, you don't know me. You don't know how I'm going to take that, and you don't know how I'll handle that situation.
Sure.
Because technically, you're assaulting me by just bumping through me like that. Technically speaking.
I mean, sure. I didn't say, I'm trying to justify it. I literally said, I'm not trying to justify it. But drunk people are not on their best behavior.
I understand that, but guess what? It's not an excuse.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm not trying to justify it.
You say I'm not trying to justify it while justifying, though.
No.
Do you understand the contradiction
No, I'm just saying it can be explained by that.
So isn't it?
I'm not saying excused, but I'm explaining a situation.
So you don't think explaining it in the aspect of what we're speaking on is justifying? You just let me know this is how it is?
No, because I just said I'm not justifying. I'm not saying, yes, this is the correct way to do it. You're in the wrong.
Okay, but listen to yourself. Because you're saying I'm not justifying, that means you're not justifying? That's what you believe?
I'm not excusing it, but I'm explaining why they might rush on it.
I don't need to understand that. I'm
let
saying
me
it's not appropriate.
Yeah.
Wait. Can we agree that it's not appropriate?
What's not appropriate?
The brushing by thing.
Yes.
So why do you need to explain to me why it happens if we can both agree that it's not appropriate when I gave a solution?
Of course I can explain something.
Without justifying it.
Yes. Because I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying there might be this reason.
I mean, he probably thinks that you finish and think that, okay, you know this happens, bro, let it go.
And none of you guys think that none of that is justifying.
And I don't agree to it because I've been in environments where people like, bro, you stepped on my shoes, bro, and size you up and they go to war.
Okay.
And some niggas get killed over things like this. Okay. But the thing I wanted to mention, though, is the manners, though. And this come from not only just like in a relationship, but just like culture, for example.
Whatever you say, just be prepared for the justification.
For example. No, and it's negative. You know, Finnish people normally don't say please and thank you, or say sorry. They don't say sorry. For example, in a situation like this, or if they're having a conversation, they're like, bro, you did something wrong. All right, my bad. At least say my bad or I'm sorry. They don't typically do this. Relationship wise, they don't do this. And the aggressive tone as well, because y'all don't have that in Swedish and Finnish.
Talking about the tone.
It's just like, They say, go get me a drink. Go do this. You know what I mean? Like, especially from a female perspective to man, we don't really vibe with that so much. It's like, can you do this? You know what I mean? Like, is it cool if I do this? Like, they just directly speak to you, and it's like.
And to add on to that,
but the tone too is like, bro, hold up. You know.
To add on to that, the what thing is really getting me. Like, that ain't something I've been able to adapt to since I've been here. Like, you know, when they don't hear you or they don't understand, it's like, what? It's like, but who are you talking to? What?
But in Finnish, it's literally, it sounds just like that. It's just.
What do you mean in Finnish?
Like the language.
When you say what in Finnish, it sounds as aggressive.
I understand. See, and he,
yeah, but that's like normal way of talking here.
I understand that, but like I say, if it can be understood that you guys aren't the only people that exist on this planet, there's other ways of going about things.
Yes, but if we are in Finland, would you not?
Not because I am in Finland means I need to act the way Finnish people act.
No, but if it's bothering you.
If it's bothering me, what?
Then you can just act like that.
That's why I'm gone.
Okay. See, we're not gonna reach a middle ground about that. But
the please and thank you is like common courtesy, you know.
I don't know what you're actually talking about.
It's like if you're gonna demand somebody to do something, you should say please at the end of it.
I'm too sure what
like,
you're talking about.
Can you give me? No, you don't even say can you. Like,
wait,
give me a drink, please.
In this context, who are you talking to?
I'm talking about Finnish people. Like
in what scenario? Like at the store or something?
It can be we in the house right now. You want a drink? Go get me a drink.
No,
someone said that.
I mean, some people, you know, like they don't normally communicate with please and thank you too often.
I think everyone.
Like when they ordering something, you know, when you ordering something, how do you order something in Finnish? Like if you had.
Well, you say something and then you end it with kiitos.
Thank you.
Kiitos.
Yeah.
Moi.
Nah, I've been in some scenarios where it's not really please and thank you. Even in past relationships as well. Swedish. Swedish, English, Finnish. I mean, I'm speaking to them most likely in English. I'm not speaking Finnish to anybody. Yeah. But when they translate their words to English, that's how they communicate.
I don't know. I have a different experience. I think Finnish people, they always say please and thank you.
Okay.
I haven't really thought about that. What you think? But maybe we'll see.
Yeah, start.
I'll look for the next couple of days. Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah, I got like 3 days.
Couple of days. I'm out this man.
All right. No, my question. Yeah, going back to the question about how you've adopted before somebody interrupted.
Yo, relax with all that.
No, it's like Finnish culture things like you like the sauna, for example.
I do like the sauna.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but I like it though.
What about drinking culture? It's a little like harsh.
Yeah, to me, I can't even. I'm not a big drinker, but if I was, I'm not keeping up with Finnish people. Yeah. When it comes to drinking.
Also, have you celebrated Midsummer?
Yes.
The Swedish way.
Yeah, the Swedish way.
Okay. What about the Finnish way?
The Finnish way is not even comparable to the Swedish way. But I think it's still chill though. No, it's still chill. I mean, to be honest, like
Patriot.
I remember the first time I came to Finland, I was celebrating Midsummer. Seppo hit me up, and I haven't even met Seppo this time. He was like, yeah, he sent me a photo of like Midsummer in Finland versus Midsummer in Sweden. It's like just dead over here.
Oh, interesting.
And he's a Finnish person.
Not anymore. Just kidding.
Nah, but to be honest, I experienced Midsummer here in Finland, but it was kind of with Finland's Svenska people. But either way, I think still.
In Sweden?
No, I celebrated Midsummer multiple times in Sweden, and I also celebrated Midsummer a few times now here in Finland. And it's chill. Like I don't ask for too much, so I think that it's not too much of a difference. When I celebrated, when I had so much fun, I was a lot more younger. So yeah, of course it's gonna be more fun.
Yeah. Do you see yourself long term in Finland?
Yeah, for sure.
Is it because of your
daughter? You love this place. I
mean, my daughter, I think there's some positive things about Finland, of course, like the social.
And we will talk about them.
Benefits. You got free healthcare. I'm going to school right now. It doesn't cost me a dime to go to school.
The taxes hella high.
The taxes are high, but if
but
you
it covers public health.
It depends on how you look at it.
And education.
How good is that public health though? It's free.
It's overcrowded. Yes, it's overcrowded, of course, but
it's free. It's free. Always good.
No.
I think it works fine, and also education is covered. So
I mean, like you can't get
when you go to hospital, you go public.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of private hospitals.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is though, is like if it comes down to like getting some big operation, if you try to do this like in the States, bro, it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do it over here, you Gucci. I mean, you probably pay a little bit.
But that's what I'm saying, because they still have health bills, yeah. I've seen people say they got health bills. So it's not quote unquote free.
It depends on what it is, though. You can explain it a lot better than me because I'm not finished.
So let me hear.
It's like, it depends. I think it depends on how much you go.
You think?
The issue is, I've gone to public hospitals and healthcare, but whenever you work, your employer covers your healthcare, which is private. Mm-hmm. So then I've gone to both, but for a long time I haven't gone to public. But for the public,
you don't go public. Yeah.
No, but I do, but still. But listen to me.
Go ahead.
You go to a public hospital for whatever it is, and then for the entire year, I think it's like 30 to 40 euros or something.
Like you have to pay.
Yeah, you pay
after going to. So,
yeah.
So is that what you consider free?
30 to 40 for a year.
It doesn't matter. I'm saying that's not free.
Yeah, I mean some things not 100% free. Like I remember I did like a blood test.
Mm-hmm.
How much is 30 to 40 in a year? That's nothing.
It doesn't matter. Then it
you would go to this.
Just hear me out for a second. If I have to pay €5, I have to pay €5. It's not free. Y'all just flinging this word around. It's not free. That's all I'm trying to get you to understand. You could tell me you have to pay 10 cents.
Let's talk about education then. That's fully free.
Oh, look how she's running away from it. Go ahead. Let's go.
No, I'm not.
No, but I can get into some of the medical things that you do. Like if you do certain tests and
so then healthcare isn't free.
It's
compared to other places. You're saying like, hey, it's good, but it's not free. Stop saying it's free. If she's saying she's saying you leave with a bill, you saying you leave with a bill. No matter how small the bill is, it's not free.
No, but there's been several times where I went to the hospital. I don't remember for all the cases. I leave and it's free. Okay. I had to have it cover anything.
So for the most,
they gave me medicine.
So they cover most things, but not everything.
Yeah, but I think if it's like some big operation, it's not going to be free. You're going to pay something, and the government pays the rest.
Okay, got you.
That's from my knowledge.
I got you.
But if you want to speak about schools and things like this,
it is free.
Yeah.
You don't need to pay 100%. Anything, and also
books and everything.
And the food. No, you got
talking about that. You get a certain amount.
Don't jump over the place. You're in school right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your parents get a certain amount of money every month until you're 17 for your child. With that money, if you need to buy something specific, like books are given to you, but like something else specific related to school, you can use that. But most people, they save it up as their like what's it called?
College fund.
Yeah. So that free, like school is free, and on top of that, you get like a monthly stipend per child. I think that's very good.
While they're in school, are you saying this is before you're 17?
Yeah, up until you're 17.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And in school, you got free lunch. You know, when I was in public school in the States, bro, you had to pay for lunch.
Yeah, same.
That's OC. And the food be, I mean, nobody from my school watching this. Like, the school be hit or miss, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's Gucci. I know when I was in Sweden, and I was in a small city like Karlstad, bro, the food there was like A1.
Really?
A1. And free to say, like, in Notipis, like, the food there is good all the time. Yeah. So it's like, that's already a cost that you don't even have to think about.
That's fair.
So I vibe with that.
Okay, so what else?
I mean, the social benefits are good. Like, if you have two parents, say if you have two parents, everybody has two parents. But, you know, both parents.
In the home?
Both parents get maternity leave, which is cool.
Why you say whoa like that? Everybody got two. You need two. You need two to make a child.
Yeah, but like you said, in the home. That's why I said like,
okay.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily in the home, but you got two parents. You know.
Yeah, but about the social benefits, they're very easy to get, and they're like pretty large sums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the cool thing about like, but it's also a curse at the same time to it. The cool thing about Finland is like you have a safety net for almost everything, and I feel like on the flip side of it, it makes the people here a lot more softer, and it makes people here not too much of an achiever. Like they don't have crazy ambition.
No drive.
Yeah, they don't have that because they always know that they can just fall back on the government, and the government gonna take care of them.
Yeah.
Like this.
There's no like hustle culture.
So I have
100%.
With that being said, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing that the government is the way it is? Yeah.
I mean, some people would say like Americans would say like, nah, this is like not good, but for like people who live on the left side of the government, you know what I mean, they would absolutely love this.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say, I feel like hustle culture. It's like, I think one thing about Americans.
You a
they work
hustler?
hard- Probably not, but no. One thing about Americans, they're very hard workers, but I feel like they don't know when to take like a break before breaking down and like having a psychotic break. You know what I'm talking about?
Like,
I mean, maybe the Mexicans.
so you big on mental health, huh?
No, I'm just saying like I would rather prioritize me not wanting to kill myself or something. You know those people that just go crazy because they're so stressed at work?
Yeah.
That would never be me. I feel a little bit of stress, I say, okay, goodbye.
But I also think part of that as well, if they didn't tax you guys so much, I think you would see a lot more people working more. Because I know somebody who has a company, I won't say his name on camera, he pays himself at the minimum to where he don't get taxed anymore. And he pays his wife at the same thing, you know what I mean? So like, because in Finland, in Sweden, and other Scandinavian countries, once you pass a certain percentage, they tax you even more, everything above that point, if that makes sense.
I got you.
So
he keeps himself below the threshold so he can save.
yeah. Because you don't want to get taxed more. It's like, why would I work more if I'm going to get taxed more?
Yeah,
And the people
it
think
is
here, like, why would I make more money if I'm going to get taxed more?
Yeah, one thing, it's very hard to be like super rich in Finland because half your money is gone to taxes.
Yeah.
So that is true. That's what I meant about there's like not hustle culture here. But I feel like there's like negatives and positives about it. So
Then if you try to finesse them with the bread, you're going to jail for a long time.
oh yeah, the worst thing you could commit, worst crime in Finland is tax fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's been a lot of like rape cases where they're like, it doesn't really matter, just pay like 2,000 and let's settle this. But then for like just a little bit of like tax fraud, something that might have happened accidentally, jail.
How many warnings do you get?
Warnings?
You like
No.
They don't give you no warnings.
No, it's tax fraud is fraud.
Like
You go
even if it's an accident, it's like I didn't mean to do this. They don't give you like a warning one time, or like 30 days in
Wait,
jail.
that doesn't happen anywhere, does it?
What?
For tax-
Warning?
Yeah. I mean, you just want to pay
In
the
the
money back.
States, you get warnings.
I mean, obviously, if you grape somebody,
When
you
you
don't
say-
get a warning for that.
When they say warning, like if they catch you, they probably give you a grace to pay the money back, or else. Because in the States,
I don't know, I wouldn't know.
In the States, it's more about for them. They care more about just receiving the money. Like if you pay the money back, they're not gonna send you to jail. But if you run away from the money and you don't try and pay it back when they catch you, then yeah, you
I don't know. The justice system is kind of weird here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard the prisons look like hotels.
Yeah, like 3-star hotels.
Really? It don't matter. Prison shouldn't be a hotel.
I mean, I wouldn't mind risking my tax fraud if I'm about to.
Ignore what you just said.
Kicking it up at the kicking it up at the Vasen.
Okay. Okay.
So what else you got for us?
Now that we've talked about a lot of the negatives, well, we talked about some of the positives. As
Yeah,
well.
we mixing it up. You just be getting your
butthurt.
yeah. You
No,
be,
I'm not butthurt. I
You
feel
be
like-
getting butthurt when you feel like we say something that's too negative about Finland because, like you said, like you've
No,
admitted,
I feel like you're not
so.
understanding it,
I'm not understanding what.
the Finnish culture.
How you gonna tell me what I understand? how you gonna tell me what I understand?
No, how I'm receiving it, how you're saying it to me.
Yeah. It don't mean that I don't understand. It's just I have a different point of view. You know, it's okay for me to have a different point of view
Yes.
while understanding.
Yes, and
sure?
did you know that I can answer back to you without it being like this whole thing? We've argued a lot in this one.
Because you getting butthurt about my stance on
I'm
Finnish.
not her.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me take those words back. When I say butthurt, you are getting very defensive when I have
Of course.
my opinion. So butthurt and defensive. For me, in this case, the exact same thing, okay? Now you know. Let's start a little ledger. So butthurt and defensive in this case, in this episode, same thing for me. So you get butthurt because I give my opinion of Finland and it doesn't agree with your view or what you know of Finland to be. So you have to defend not just yourself but your country and be a patriot. And you have to let me know that no, it's not really like that. And it's like, I hear you. Maybe your experience wasn't like that, but my experience is. So why are you trying to get me to understand so much of whatever you're trying to get me to understand?
No,
Right?
I'm just trying to explain so you don't view it so negatively. So you don't feel like
I
it's
don't-
such a negative
I don't
country or
view
such
it-
a negative
I don't view it
experience.
negatively entirely.
Well,
I've
that's
had
good.
positive experiences here, but based on what you've asked so far, that's my experience. And if it sounds negative, it's my truth. It doesn't mean that it's the absolute truth. It's my truth. So I need you to respect that just as much as you want me to understand your country.
I accept.
Thank you.
Wow. The last thing I would say that I like, or everybody is not necessarily Finnish culture, but about the system here, is that you can study, you can be anything you want because you get free schooling, so you have the opportunity. But the thing is, do they take advantage of it? Because in Finland, you can study and be anything you want.
From what I see, no. And it comes back to what you say. Like you say, and let me don't say there's no drive here, because I'm gonna try to be politically correct in my words. There is drive here. It's obviously in a select few people. For the overall population, like you said, there's not really a hustle culture here. There's not really a push or drive for one, or a want for more, because like you say, for the most, if not all, they know for a fact, if I was to fall down flat on my feet, the government have some type of program somewhere I could get it and I could figure my shit out.
Yeah.
And it's kind of good to have that type of safety net, but like y'all express, it can make a nation of people lazy.
Yeah.
And that doesn't have to be, I mean, in this regard, it is a negative thing, because if you just want to rely on the government, and the government is always going to control you. Only thing I would say to that point is, obviously me, I don't believe in having to rely on the government. So I think if we could all self-govern, then we wouldn't even really need a government, but we need a government because we have people that exist like what we're talking about. They would just rather have something to depend on. Hey, you know what? If it falls, and I can come running to you and I can figure it out. Because it's harder to just accept accountability for all your actions. Like, you know what? I got to figure it out.
Yes.
So let me transition to the positive, because I know somebody's getting butthurt right now. Finland is a nice place from what I've seen. It's very beautiful. Obviously, I came in the best parts from what I've heard. I came in the summer, smack dab. Things were just warm up. Actually, when I first came, it was still a bit cold. Beginning of May, still a little bit cold. So if you think about traveling to Finland and you want to catch the good weather, come like
End of June.
anytime. No, end of May was pretty fine. No, beginning of June is fine. Beginning of June until like maybe end of August, you might get lucky. But after August, you might want to get about here if you don't like the cold.
Summertime, best time to come to Finland.
But 100%. So summertime, like I say, day life and night life is pretty nice. The sun doesn't really set. So that was the next thing that used to be throwing me off, because when I first came here, obviously I was already behind 7 hours from where I'm from. So that was my first time ever really experiencing jet lag in that way. Like, it was very serious for me. And then when I started to try to get used, I couldn't, because like I said, outside it's 2-3 o'clock in the morning and it still looks like 5-6, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
That threw me off my first time.
yeah,
Too.
it was bad for me, because like I say, Monday to Thursday was fine because the city's quiet.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, I'm laying up in bed, I'm looking outside, I'm like, we ain't got no games. Let me see what the city's saying. And I would just walk outside, go see what's up, go explore for myself. So, like you say, when people get drunker, they're way nicer, way more approachable. They even approach you. People.
Hey, I remember you.
Yeah.
Oh, you were on the Royal.
But I don't know why people got to be drunk to do that. You know what I mean? Like I say, if you want to be that person, you can just be that person. But culture's obviously different, yeah.
Oh, is that Ghost?
They got very nice wildlife. Very nice cityscapes, very nice landscape in itself. I've seen some country out here. Y'all got a lot of land. There's some farming going on over here. Obviously, I'm cool with farming.
Bro, if you ever come back and you're here in August, you gotta go get some berries, bro. Like blueberries. They grow wild
very
here.
picky.
And you can sell them tax free up to 10,000 to 10K.
Yeah. So
if you want to hustle, but if not, bro, you can just
enjoy them.
Enjoy them. Get some blueberry pie. You haven't had that yet.
You
haven't had that yet, bro.
I had what?
Blueberry pie.
No, never.
Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, see, that's a positive thing that they do over here, bro. That's right. A1.
And then I'm gonna be honest. So something that was shockingly good. My family's asked me like, "What do you think the food?" Everyone was asked because they know I like food. What you think the food's gonna be like? What you think? And I'm thinking I'm coming over here. Maybe people don't know how to cook. Some bland bullshit ass meals, whatever. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give Finland the props. People over here, they definitely know how to cook. People know how to season their food.
I would say this too.
Even the white
you know,
people
when
who
you're talking
cook.
about that, I would take Finnish food over Spanish food any day. 100%.
Oh, I don't know about that.
100%.
I don't know
I've
about
been to
that. You
Spain.
Thank God we
bugging,
got
bro.
I've been to
on
Spain
camera.
like 3 times, bro. I do not like Spanish food.
Well, say food in Spain. Don't say Spanish food, bro.
Oh, I mean Latinos is different, you know.
What
that
food
right.
are you talking about?
When I've been to Spain,
So he talking about
Spain.
Spain Spanish. He ain't talking about the Latinos and the Latinas.
Yeah.
to be honest, I probably would take it over them too. You know what I mean?
Bro,
But I do think Latino food is better than
Spanish
Spanish
food?
Bro, yes, bro.
You bugging,
Yes,
bro. You
yes.
tripping. You
The food that
tripping.
they have
You
here.
are,
You tripping.
and I'm very
You tripping.
patriotic, but you were tripping.
You
Alright.
tripping.
I'm serious.
Wait, what?
Okay,
What food are we talking about?
Name me 5 dishes in Finnish that you'd pick over whatever you're talking about.
I mean, to be honest, it's kind of
Finnish
like America.
dishes. I ain't talking about.
I can't 100% say it's Finnish, but you know the mashed potatoes and meatballs and the gravy be A1. You know, when we go to bank, they get the. When I go to like the restaurants, the experience of the food there is better. Like when we go to, what's the Fondies?
Yeah.
The food there is straight.
Fondest food is straight.
Obviously we privileged. We go to Niska. You know, Niska be straight. The burgers be
Shout
straight.
out to
you know.
Niska, shout out to Bank, shout out to
No,
Fondest.
Bank. It's
Shout
been
out to the
average.
Royals.
To be honest, Bank been average this year, but in the past it been A1.
Yeah.
I like Pancho Villa. Some people don't like that, you know.
Yeah.
But like the
It's
restaurants
like
experience,
fake Mexican.
you know what I mean? Like obviously it's kind of like American, like we stealing things from other people. But so in Spain they got their authentic food, and it's not that good. It really
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
what,
Okay,
like-
so now I got you.
what,
Now, when
like,
you say
name
Spanish, you're
Spanish
talking about
There's
in
only
Spain.
two, like in Spain, there's only 2 foods that I really like. They had the croquetas. It's like this little fried
Croquetas.
ball, and they got like rice and meat inside of it. That joint is good. Then they have something that I stole that I learned how to make. It's called patatas de tortilla or something like this, where it's like egg and you put like potatoes inside of it. Other than that, they had nothing else that was like.
You don't like any of their like paellas or something, like the rice with the different meat.
Almost like
Not
it's
really.
almost like a
Not really.
jollof.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't do it the same way, bro.
I got you.
What? What a hate.
So you've been to Spain and you saying the food in Spain is good.
Yeah, she just lose her patrioticness.
Unless you don't know what good food is. You season up your food?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. What do you eat?
Everything.
What's your favorite food?
Mexican food.
Okay.
Mm.
You like Mexican?
What's your go-to meal to make? If you about to
Oh.
cook for us tonight, what you making?
No, if I'm cooking for other people, I ask what they like. But if I'm cooking for myself,
That's not you're not even answering the man question. You don't like to listen, huh? He said, "What's your go-to meal to prepare?" If you're cooking for
yes,
us
but
tonight,
he asked me 2 questions.
he said, I'm gonna repeat it. What's your go-to meal to prepare? Second question was, if you're cooking for us tonight, what would you prepare?
And
You responded and you said, I would ask people what they like.
Yeah.
That's not how he was phrasing the question. He's solely putting it
But
on
they're
you.
2 different things to me.
Okay,
Okay,
I
go
like
ahead.
something with, I like, for example, let's say I like something with spaghetti or noodles and things like this.
Do you care what
Pasta.
type of meat?
No, I don't care.
Oh, I know. I make a mushroom pasta with steak on top.
And then for me, I like rice with a side of veggies, and I need a nice meat. It doesn't really care what type of meat, but
Then we make a stir fry
Oh, let me see if we got the
you make
pause
a stir
button.
fry,
We got
Yeah.
the pause button.
just a stir fry.
with meat.
That sounds a little basic to me.
We could end this video. No, but we've been recording for hours.
Are you gonna exit?
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta keep that there. We can end this video.
Okay. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and comment.
I'm on slum, I gotta give it a go, yeah. I gotta grind, working for money in the door, yeah, yeah.